Last Tuesday and Thursday, we practiced a new counting skill, and that is regrouping. Regrouping can be thought of as trading something for something else that is of an equal value. For example, 10 ones units can be traded for 1 10 stick. Today, we are going to further challenge ourselves by completing the following goal or objective. Repeat after me. I will solve story problems that require me to regroup. Now we know story problems are math problems that require words and numbers. And just as we went over, regrouping is when we take a bundle of ones units and trade it in for a 10 stick. How we are going to solve these story problems is that we are going to follow these steps. So the first thing we always do is we need to read the story problem. Our second step is we need to build both numbers in this problem. And finally, step 3, the most challenging, is we need to regroup and solve by counting all the 10s and 1s. Now how we are going to do this lesson is first I'm going to model all 3 of our steps for you. Then you're going to help me solve 2 more problems. At the end of our lesson, you are going to complete 2 exit tickets that are 2 separate story problems. Okay, so let's take a look at our first problem. So here it is. So as you can see, the first thing I need to do is read my problem. So it says, there were 64 seeds in a bag. The farmer put 17 more seeds in the bag. How many total seeds are now in the bag? So that was step number 1, where I read the story problem. Now I'm ready for step number 2. I need to build both numbers. And I see my first number is 64. And 64 has a 6 in the tens place. So I'm going to go down to my 10 sticks and I'm going to grab 6 of these. And I'm going to count by tens as I pull them up. You can count with me as I do that. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So here's my 6 tens. But I'm not done because I see I have 4 ones units. So going back down, let's grab 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and our last one, 4. So that's the first number I built, 64. And I can check my work by counting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. The second number, according to our story problem, is 17 because the farmer put 17 more seeds in the bag. So when looking at the number 17, I see it has one group of 10 because there's a 1 in the tens place. So I'm going to go back down and grab 1 10 stick. 10. And I also see that there's a 7 in the ones place. So going down to my units again, I need to pull up 7 ones units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our last one, 7. Alright, so both numbers are built. I have 64 and 17, which is the same as 10 plus 7. Now it's time for our step 3, where I need to regroup and solve by counting all the 10s and all the 1s. So in order to regroup, I have to see if I have 10 or more 1s units. And let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11, and 11 is more than 10. So what I can do is I can drag 10 of these 1s units down and trade it for 1/10 stick. So I'm going to count 10 and pull them down for the trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm almost there, 8, 9, and our last one, 10. Now because I pulled 10 of those down, let's pull one of these sticks up because I traded 10 ones units for 1 stick of 10. So I just regrouped. Now I can find my answer by counting my 10 sticks and my 1 unit. So I'm going to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 81. So my answer is 81. And I'm going to click in the text box and I'm going to type in 81. 8 for the 8 tens, 1 for the 1 ones unit. You guys did a great job watching me complete our steps of first, reading the problem. You saw that I built both numbers. And finally, I regrouped and I solved by counting all the tens and ones. Let's see if now you can help me solve another problem. So I'm going to go right over here. And here's our second problem. So I'm going to read it to you. Lana has 37 marbles. Nan gave her 16 more marbles. How many total marbles does Lana now have? So let's look at our first number. The first number is 37. In the side box, I want you to type, how many 10 sticks do I need to pull up for 37? 3, because there's a 3 in the tens place. So let me pull up 3. You can count with me. And I'm going to count by tens. 10, 20, 30. Now I have my 30 or my 3 tens in the side. How many ones units do I need to pull up to make the 30 a 37? Type it in the side box. That's right, I need 7. So let's pull up 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we just built 37. Now let's take a look at our second number because Nan gave her 16 more. Looking at the 16, how many 10 sticks will I pull up to build that number? Type your answer in the side. 1, because I see a 1 in the tens place. So I'm going to grab 1 10 stick and we're going to count. Ready? 10. Looking at the ones place in 16, how many ones units do I need to pull up? Type it again in the side. That's right, 6. Let's count that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we are ready to regroup. And when looking at our ones units, do we have 10 or more of our orange ones units? Select either yes or no. We do indeed have more than 10. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because we have 10 or more, we need to pull 10 of these ones units down and trade it for a tens stick. Let's count as we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Remember, I can't forget to trade that off and get a tens stick. Now, looking at all my tens and all my ones, what is my answer or my sum? Type it in the side. We should have gotten, let's check, ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. So our answer is 53. All right, we're going to try one more where I'm going to quiz you. Here we are. So here's our new story problem. Joe had 58 pennies. He found 16 more pennies. How many pennies does Joe now have? In the corner, once again, type, how many 10 sticks will I need to pull up for 58? Should be 5 because we see a 5 in the tens place. So let's count by tens as we pull up 5. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Looking at number 58 again, how many ones units do we need to pull up? Eight, because there's an 8 in our ones place. So let's pull up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's repeat the same procedure. He found 16 more pennies. Looking at our number 16, how many 10 sticks should I pull up? 1, because there's a 1 in the tens place. So I'm going to pull that up. 10. But 10 is not 16, so looking at that number again, how many ones units do I need to pull up to complete the 10? 6. And I can count on, so I got 10, ready? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And when looking at that, I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. Okay, now typing in the corner, I want you to think, because we definitely see that we have more than 10 ones units. How many ones units do I need to pull down to trade for a 10 stick? Type your answer. That's right. I need to pull 10 of these 1's units down in order to get a 10 stick. So help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, 10. Let me grab that 10. Perfect. So now, looking at what we have left, whoops, we're not quite done because guess what? Teacher needs to grab a 10s stick. So now, looking at what we have left, I want you to type, what is our sum or our answer? Let's double check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. So I'm going to type right in here, 74. You guys did a wonderful job of both watching me and helping me complete our story problem steps of reading the problem, building both our numbers with our 10 sticks and 1's units, and finally regrouping to solve and then counting all our 10s and 1s. Remember, we always regroup when we have 10 or more 1's units. Now you may be wondering, why should I know how to solve story problems that involve regrouping? Being able to solve story problems with regrouping is an important skill because it helps us more easily count large amount of items by breaking them into 10s and then limiting the amount of 1s. Additionally, regrouping also assists us in identifying how many 10s or 1s are in a larger number. So your job after this lesson is you're going to go into your Google Classroom and I've assigned you 2 exit tickets. You have exit ticket 1 about Sue and her flowers, where once again you're going to read the problem, build the numbers, regroup and solve, and then you're going to complete exit ticket number 2. And exit ticket number 2 is about Jeff and his Legos. Make sure to hit turn in when you complete all the daily assignments.